Hi everyone, Zara here. I'm going to be doing your Lazy Sunday book club this week. This week the theme is Feel Good Reads. So I've chosen 5 books that regularly come up on the Feel Good lists of books to read, and ones that I've read as well that make you feel really happy and warm inside. So the first book I'm going to talk about is called Simon versus the Homo sapiens. It was one of those books that was on all the must-read lists for 2018, and it also had a film made about it called Love, Simon. It's about a teenage boy who's 16 called Simon Spear, and he is on the cusp of coming out to his friends and family, and he's trying to get up the courage to do it. He makes a friend anonymously online with one of his classmates, and he's chatting to them, and he decides to tell them in confidence that he is gay. The plot thickens when his secret comes out, gets into the wrong hands, and he's trying to find the courage to come out and decide whether he's ready. Feel good read, and it's one of those that comes highly recommended, so I'd give that one a go if I were you. Next one I'm going to talk about is Emma by Jane Austen. It is a classic, comes up regularly, lots of TV and films made about the book. It was one of my favourites when I was a teenager, and if you've never read it, I'd urge you to give it a go. The story focuses around Emma Woodhouse, who's a young, spoilt, quite vain individual, but she is kind-hearted, and she's a self-proclaimed matchmaker. She thinks that she can make any match made in heaven in regards to love, but she doesn't see her own clever enough to understand her own feelings in regards to love and romance. It's just a really lovely story, and it was one of those that at the time it was quite groundbreaking, so I'd tell you, give Emma by Jane Austen a read. I'd recommend as a feel-good read is The Keeper of Lost Things by Ruth Hogan. It's about a man who's a celebrated author, and he collects things that people have lost along the way in their lives, and he likes to reunite these lost items with their owners. Sadly, during the book, he passes away, but he leaves everything to his young assistant, and tasks her with the journey of reuniting all the items that he hadn't yet joined up with their owners. It's a really lovely book. It's easy and it's enjoyable to read, and I read it on one of my holidays a few years ago, and I just really got into it. So give that one a go. That's The Keeper of Lost Things by Ruth Hogan. Fourth book that I'm going to talk about is one that, again, that comes up on all the lists. I haven't actually read it, but it's one that comes up time and time again, and it sounds brilliant, so I'm going to get it on my BorrowBox account if I can. It's called A Man Called Ove, and it's by Frederick Backman. Ove is a man he comes across as grumpy, angry, quite cynical. He's the type of person who makes it known that he doesn't like you, but behind this cranky exterior, there is a story with lots of sadness, and he comes across as this person who's full of dislike and hate till this young family move in next door to him, and he starts to open up and see the joy in life again, and it's just a really heartwarming tale. The last book I'm going to talk about as your feel-good reads for the week is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, I want to say, Coelho. It's a really popular book, one I read quite a while ago. It's sold millions around the world, and it's the story about Santiago, who's a young shepherd who's living in the mountains of Andalusia, and he feels that life isn't enough for him being a shepherd and in his humble home, so he decides to get the courage up to travel the world, and it's about him learning life lessons through the people he meets and the places that he visits and the things that he does, and it's just a really lovely book, and it teaches you a lot about life and about different people. Okay, so there was our 5 feel-good reads for the week. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you like those books, or if you've got any others that you think are brilliant feel-good reads that just are really heartwarming and make you feel happy, comment below so that you can share them with others. Liv and I are regular readers, so we always love to hear your book reading suggestions. Hope you've enjoyed it. Take care. Bye.